Hey guys, it's Lauren and welcome to my channel. So today is just kind of a lazy Saturday. I woke up and it was raining outside and I initially thought my whole day was just going to be lounging on the couch, maybe start the fire since it's raining, and just be lazy. So then I started off sitting on the couch by the fire, and then I realized that I've been wanting to do a lot of projects in our living room. One of them being this fireplace behind me. And so then I thought, well, I should probably start some of these projects. So I'm gonna start a little mini series of videos showing you how I update my living room space. So if you've been looking for some living room inspiration, you might wanna check out my next few videos, and I'll share some project and some cheap decor ideas with you. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you what the living room looks like now. And here's our living room now. We walk into it from the kitchen, so we have this little seating area with the table right there. And then we clearly have that feature wall with the fireplace and TV above it. We get a lot of natural light in here with all of these windows, and those are all things that I like about the space. Now, when we moved into the home, everything was painted that really light gray on the walls. And then we also already had this really light bluish gray furniture that you can see in the space already, and it was just way too much of this light gray color. At first I didn't mind it, but then after being in the space for a while, I knew I needed some color. So I went a little overboard and I started adding color everywhere. So I added that really colorful paper chain art, and then really colorful pillows and Mexican blankets, and then I went ahead and painted the lower half of the wall that warm terracotta color. And I don't hate the way the room looks now, but I kind of want to update the look a little bit. It looks a little bit childish, I feel like, with that artwork, and I'm going to move that artwork to another space anyway. So I'm thinking now I want to plan out a little bit more of a cohesive look, but still working with this terracotta color and the built-ins that I've already done. So we hid the wires around our TV with this molding, and then I also built in these console tables on either side of the fireplace, which I have another YouTube video for if you're interested in that. But when I do plan out this design, I need to factor in the office space that it opens up to, and then also the kitchen that our living room opens up to. And then the first project that I'm going to share with you is actually going to involve this fireplace behind me. And I'm going to update the tile today without using paint, without causing permanent damage to the tile. And I'm still going to manage to add a fun pattern and some color to the tile surround. Alright, so first I started looking online at different fireplace tile designs, and I knew I wanted to do something fun and geometric, and because I was going to have to create that pattern, I knew I needed to keep it kind of simple. And this is kind of the inspiration that I'm going to go with today. What I'm going to use, and I'm really excited to try this, is I'm going to use this removable vinyl. So you can find this at a craft store. I think they sell these for those Cricut machines, which I don't even have one of those, but I think that I can use it for this other project. So it does have like a slight sheen to it. And because it's removable, if I get sick of the pattern or want to take it off, I should be able to do that. So I picked it out in this olive green color, which I think will be a nice complement color to this darker, dusty red color we have on the walls. And it'll definitely be warm and give it a very inviting feel in here. And then I have some green tones already in my office, which this room opens up to. This is the Paper Studio brand, in case you're trying to locate the similar product later. It was $8.99 to begin with, but I got it half off, like for one of the half off sales, and it ended up being $4.50. So I counted, and I have 15 tiles going around the fireplace, and each of my tiles is just under 8 inches square. So I'm gonna take this paper cutter and go ahead and start cutting out some strips of this vinyl. And I'm not giving it much thought here, but I am gonna cut all my strips the same exact width. So I'm loading in my vinyl backwards underneath this clear bar that keeps the paper in place. And then I'm gonna take it over to the measurement that's about the width of my tile which was just under 8 inches for me. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and cut out some inch-long strips from this. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cut these strips down to that 7 3/4 inch again, which is the width of my tiles. Then I'm also gonna feed in this paper again backwards and get to the measurement of my tiles. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut a couple strips out that are that length too. With some of these squares that I cut out to the same size as my tile, I'm gonna go ahead and cut in some triangles from the corners and try to make them match as much as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and start going tile by tile and laying out a pattern. I'm gonna keep each tile slightly different, so I'm not sticking to an overall pattern for the whole fireplace. If I have a tricky corner like this, this is where I'm gonna use my X-Acto knife. All right, and now I'm gonna go ahead and do a few other tiles in that same exact pattern. I'm gonna do some tiles with horizontal stripes on them now. An easy way to get the spacing on this is to place one strip on the bottom of your tile and then place one on the top of the tile. Then place one in the middle of the tile. And then I'll place one about here and about here. Then I'm gonna do some diagonal stripes too as a pattern. I'm gonna start with a little longer strip for in the middle. Then I'm gonna do a fourth type of tile that's just a little bit more random, I think. So I'm gonna use some of these little triangles that I cut out of my 8-inch squares earlier. All right, and this is what I've come up with. So this is my special pattern that I'm gonna use on a few random tiles. I just wanted something that was different than straight lines that I'm gonna do for all the rest of them. And there's that fun updated fireplace. I only spent $4.50 and it completely changed the look of it. I'm super excited. Now that adhesive vinyl stuff is very thin, so you really don't feel or even see the transition from the one color to the tile, which is really nice. I like the randomness of the pattern. So I used about one roll of that vinyl to get all of the perimeter tiles done. And now I have a gas fireplace. My tile surround doesn't get hot when the fire's on. So I'm not worried about this material like melting or anything like that. I think it's actually pretty sturdy. It's not that plasticky at all. If you had a wood burning fireplace, I probably wouldn't do this just in case. Or you could just apply some painter's tape in the type of patterns I just did and then paint over your tile. But I like the fact that this is temporary. I think it's a good option for renters, or a lot of people have fireplaces that don't even work at all, and this is a great way to update that too. But hopefully you'll keep watching this series. I think that for the next video, I'm actually gonna show you how to make a really cheap ottoman, and I have one made already, but I'm gonna recover it, so I'm gonna have to break it down and I'll just show you how I assembled it.